Hey, what's up, guys? It's Coach O here with our educational video for week 2 of online physical education and weight training. Today, I want to talk about intensity and volume in the weight room and how it applies to getting stronger and improving your goals and what you're trying to accomplish through your exercise. And it's something that is misunderstood, and it also is something that once you understand it and you understand how to manipulate the intensity and the volume of your workout, it's something that you will adjust periodically, and something that you will constantly be aware of and trying to manage. So when we talk about intensity and volume, we're going to talk about intensity as how heavy. So how much weight's on the bar is going to be to simplify what intensity means in the weight room. That's how heavy. Okay. So if I have a 1 rep max of let's say 200 pounds, okay, then I can use my percentages. I can go 75% of that, which is 150 pounds, and that's the control of my intensity. 80% or 90% of my 1 rep max will always be more intense than 50% of my max because it's heavy. It's heavier. So intensity is how heavy, how much weight are we lifting, are we moving? And every workout that you're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks with the online program, you always have the choice to increase intensity, to increase the weight if you don't feel like it's enough for you as an individual. Okay, so an example of that would be as if we're doing air squats and you feel like air squats, you have to do 100 air squats before you feel a burn in your legs at all. You could grab a sandbag, you could hold a rock, you could hold a log, you could hold a bag of feed, whatever, right? You could all of a sudden increase intensity by adding weight. Volume, on the other hand, is how much. How much do we do? And that's usually in the world of exercise, we talk about sets and reps. And volume has its place in growing muscle tissue, putting a stress on the muscle in a different way than the intensity does, and helping the muscle actually grow in size. And volume is in the weight room is the total number of reps that we do over a given time. So we have this one thing called intensity, and we have another called volume. And in our workouts, we have to manage and balance both of those so that we're continuing to see positive results. And as intensity, as the weight goes up, the volume has to come down. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense if you think about it in this way. If I'm lifting 95% of my 1 rep max, okay, I can't, right? So that's a lot of weight. I can't do that 10, 15 times. Okay, so the volume goes down. I maybe do that 1 or 2 times. Okay, so the other sense is if my intensity goes down, if I go to 50% of my 1 rep max, my volume can go up and should go up to have a good positive stress on the muscle. So now my volume goes up. I could do 10 reps of that or 12 reps of that or 15 reps of that. Okay, so there's this constant balance. Intensity goes up, volume goes down. Intensity goes down, volume can go up. Now, when volume goes up, that's usually where we see our muscle soreness really bad. And so as we get close to big meets, big competitions, important dates, that kind of thing that we're needing to be prepared for, we will see a week or so before that the volume come down. Your intensity goes up a little bit, but you're doing very, very few reps, very, very intense, but few reps. And that focus on intensity allows that stress on the muscle for peak maximum performance. Okay, versus volume stress on the muscle will allow muscle breakdown, soreness, and rebuilding tissues, or rebuilding of the tissue, right? So that will hinder our performance. So that's something to think about as well. As you increase your strength, the other thing that I think a lot of kids get messed up on, or takes a while for them to figure this out, is when they're, especially in the intermediate or beginning level of lifting, is they have to constantly be managing the intensity of how that bar feels so that it's putting the right stress on the muscle. So if my program's working and I'm going from week 1, 2, 3, 4, throughout that program, throughout those weeks of training, I'm going to get stronger, or I should get stronger. And every time I take a step in getting stronger, I take a step in the change of weight, which is intensity. How much weight am I lifting? So what used to be 100% of my 1 rep max at 200 pounds, when I can max 210, all my other numbers change. All my percentages change. All my intensity levels change. If I come back and still do the same intensity, I'm gonna hit a wall, hit a ceiling. I'm not gonna get any better. So your intensity always is changing as you get stronger, as you get weaker. Coming back from an injury, right? You have to rebuild from a lower point. So your 1 rep max, your intensity gets changed. You might have been able to do 200 pounds on the bench press, hurt your shoulder, went through rehab, got back. Now all of a sudden your new max is 100 pounds, and you're after you get done with the rehab, and you have to start back over. Okay, so that's some things that I wanted to think about today, this week. Just wanted everybody to watch the video and make sure. I know it's a little bit long, but this is the one instructional piece that I'd like to have everybody learn and understand, and we'll put together a quick quiz on this, probably see it on Friday, but intensity and volume, okay, that's the focus. As intensity goes up, that's the amount of weight, the volume comes down, and as volume goes up, the intensity comes down, and they work together to create a quality strength and conditioning program. All right, take care, guys.